Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here with
Brandy.
and some freaked out critters.
Oh, Lord,
And look,
yes.
let's just get the elephant out of the room right now. Let's look. Yeah, I know. I need to color it, but I don't want to color it too often because then more chemicals you put on your hair, unless your hair likes you, and it was gonna unfriend me then. So poor Brad is trying to put up the footrest on his chair, and we have freaked out dogs right now.
Yes, we do.
That are not, and Nixie, because it's storming out, and Nixie is not moving. Are you, baby?
No, she
Are
is.
you okay, honey? Come here, Nick.
She
Are
is.
you okay? So Daddy needs to reach down and pet you. So, anyway, it is July 28th, 2021, Wednesday evening at 6:09 p.m. And our lovely Instacart gal is over at Aldi's right now picking our order. I love Aldi's produce prices, y'all. So
And
nice
we've had good luck with
with
their
their produce.
Yeah.
And I love their milk prices. Um, you know, I mean, I wish they had more frozen stuff, but they're mainly for the produce and stuff. And I love that's my favorite place. Like, we can get a fairly large grocery order for not too much money, and get a lot of different variety of fruits and vegetables, like zucchini, and because we're on a zucchini kick, Brad and I are now. Okay, we love our zucchini. For anybody still wanting to come on and hoping there's going to be some drama, there's no drama. The most dramatic thing that's happening in this house right now is these dogs are freaking out. Well, Jelly Bean does not care about the storms at all, but the other two dogs are freaking out. So, besides that, um, Brad's in some pain. Brad's hip pain seems to be getting worse the harder he's doing it with physical therapy. So, you probably need to call tomorrow and see if you can move that appointment up. Or maybe, I mean, it's up to you, of course. We'd have to look at the grand schedule to make sure it doesn't conflict with anything else. I went yesterday and my doctor wanted to do a CBC. She's trying to rule out some things. She's trying to rule out some cancer. I don't think it is. They've told me numerous times cancer on a lot of different places hasn't been yet. If it is, then I'll fight the good fight and I'll win. Um, but she's trying to figure out why I'm making way too many platelets and I'm anemic. And the edema is not from the heart in my legs and it's not from the kidneys. So, I'm trying to figure out. So I go on Brad's birthday and have a CAT scan done. And that'll be a fun birthday for him. His physical therapy. I have a doctor's appointment. I have to go for a CAT scan, but then I plan on taking him for lunch or something. So, speaking of his birthday, his um, uh, scroll saw came in yesterday. It was so funny. Where were we, honey?
We stopped by the senior center.
We stopped by the senior center. Super nice people. And then we were coming home, and Brad pulled up. He was like, "Well, there's a box on the porch." Me being the eternal smart ass, because he's got a whole bunch of cardboard sitting on the box or on the steps in a box. I thought, well, yeah, no shit. But no, it was his scroll saw had come early. So I let him have it early because, he let me have the puppy early when we got her. So, yeah. So he's got it here on our kitchen table. He's gonna look for some wood and have me draw out a pattern, and play with that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I found a lot of places that you can order silhouette patterns. That
Yeah.
Yeah, or
Oh, the already printed out, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be nice.
Or yeah, you know, I
Does the
mean,
senior center have a printer that they let you use? I
I don't know.
mean, or the library's real close to there,
Oh, is
but
it?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna need to get a printer eventually if
Yeah.
this one doesn't work, cause
Yeah. We'll have
you
to
know.
figure out.
But uh, have you taken? When did you take your medicine today? Have you taken a painkiller? Have you taken Back and Body?
I just took the stuff.
When?
It was probably about 3ish, so it's been
Oh,
about
a
3 hours.
little early. Yeah. So we're doing that. Checking out the senior center.
That was way cool. I was
Very
really,
nice pool, very nice weight room, all of that. I'm a little hesitant because we're supposed to be having another strand of COVID hit, especially in September, October, they're predicting. We're not out of the woods yet, people. It's called the Delta strand. And so everybody needs to be very cautious and careful about that. I think we're all getting way too lax about not being as careful as we could be. Because, it's just like they say the CDC doesn't report children deaths.
oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, and there's been quite a few children that have passed
Yeah,
away from it.
I did really not know
Yeah,
that.
if we ever notice when they give you a statistic, they never enlist any children.
Okay. Yeah,
Hmm.
I did not make that connection.
Yeah, I didn't either until a friend pointed it out to me. It's like, that makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, so I'm checking out a few things. I've been working out like a mad woman lately. I'm trying to rehab my shoulder and arms. Not too bad. Plus, I've been using the 10 unit at night because my muscles seize up and then I can't even move my arm. I've been using the 10 unit at night and that really helps. So we're probably going to need to stop tomorrow at least, like Dollar General, and get another 9-volt battery at least. I'd like to have a backup at least. But that really seems to help. So I'm getting some decent sleep. In fact, I went to sleep about 4, which I know you're thinking 4 a.m. Well, that's pretty good for me.
Really good for you.
Brad was up till 6, he said, and he looked and because I said, well, why didn't you, come get me? So we still, if one of us can't sleep and we need the other one, we just, call and we're there for each other. And but he said my light was out, but he could have woke me up, because I mean I woke you up enough when I'm having rough nights. So what else?
You told them that we went to the
Yeah.
the senior center. Teresa was not feeling really good,
I was
and
tired and my breathing was kind of off. I didn't have my inhaler with me.
so I went ahead and I went in,
Yeah.
and their weight room was just absolutely gorgeous. All new equipment.
Yeah.
They have a huge swimming pool, and it's kind of an L-shaped pool, and it's the long portion of the L is for lap swimmers, and then it's got the little seat portion of the L, and
And they even
that's
have water aerobics. Now all of this is free.
yeah,
The weight room, everything,
yeah.
they have, pinochle and bridge and all different kinds of stuff. So, let's see. um, Animals are all doing great. Miss Jelly Belly. Oh, I felt so bad last night though. Okay, I was using toenail clippers that are designed for the big dogs. But I thought, oh, I can do this. Well, if you're using them on a small dog, though, even just, the distance from the tip of that nail trimmer to the hole is quite a bit. And I accidentally pinched her uh, pad, and she yelped. And there was like one little drop of blood. But she was mad at me. She wouldn't acknowledge my existence. I took her out at 1 a.m. to go to the bathroom, and by then, she's forgiven me. She started down the stairs, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Oh wait, I'm supposed to have an injury." And so she picked up her hind leg and like act like, "I can't go down, I can't go down." And I'm like, "Okay, come on." And so, I was sitting outside with him, and then she trots back up the stairs, and she's on all four. She growls at Charlie, and Charlie looks terrified.
Well, but uh, he was used to Missy.
Yeah, but when she growled and she got in trouble for it last night, Angel jumped up on the bed, hun, and it startled her, and she really snapped and growled at Angel. And she did get. I mean, I just told her that was a bad dog and not do that again because she can't be doing that.
No.
Um, she didn't like to be chewed out, so
No.
that's a big plus. She's doing very extremely well on not going to the bathroom in the house and stuff. We're finally getting trained on what her signals are that she needs out.
She's training us.
Yes, that's why I said she's training us.
Oh, okay.
And I'm still making lots of hats, but I forgot to bring them with me, so I have to show you next time. But yeah, I've been making hats. I usually loom knit every night. Like I said, I ride my exercise bike. I weightlift. I do some band resistance work. That's usually for my legs. I do a lot of stretching. I do a few yoga poses that I don't think I will kill myself in. I do a little bit of meditation that helps. Um, you know, so I'm being more active, and that's great. Because hey, if I could be more active and you know delete, you know, that would be good. Haven't been eating near as much. That Ozempic is some awesome stuff. Now, Brad has a harder time with his stomach with it than I do. I don't have any problem with it. So, but it does make it where you're not near as hungry. Um, and I don't push it. If I start eating something and all of a sudden maybe I don't want it, don't like it, you know, I don't make myself eat it. For years and years, with the kids growing up and us having very tight finances, we would eat some stuff that we really didn't want to. Haven't we all?
Yes, we have.
Like the ramen every day for lunch and stuff. Been there, done that. I'd have ramen and a bologna sandwich every day for lunch you do what you have to do. But now I'm like, if I really don't want only but half the sandwich, I'm either going to put it in a baggie or else I'm going to feed the other half to the dogs. Or I'll throw it away. And Brad's the same way. I mean, we don't have to be members of the Clean Plate Club anymore. And so, a couple of times, my blood sugars dropped low enough that we've had to kind of act rather fast to bring it back up. And that's the biggest thing that I fight now is that. But I'm sleeping better. I think that's a lot from the exercise, reducing our stress. Both of us have decided that we are no longer going to keep friends or frenemies that in our life that have like either cut us down, said mean stuff, done mean stuff. You know, Brad went through last night, said he deleted over 25 people, 26 people. And I've been deleting a few, and it's not anything to do with anybody. But there are some people that, even on my Facebook, that I don't really ever talk to, and there's some that I just don't. Once you get to know them more, you're like, I liked you fine until you opened your mouth. You know how that is? Isn't that the case? You can like anybody pretty much until they open their mouth. But, so, I mean, why keep excess baggage? We're all trying to purge and stuff, and so, and like people that can't be supportive of what Brad and I are going through, whether or not we choose to divorce or we choose to, live like we are, or, we want people to be supportive and not be judgmental. And there's way too many people being judgmental I lost some subscribers because I was honest with you guys. So be it. You know, I'm not going to be fake and phony. Brad's not going to be fake and phony. It is what it is. We are probably getting along better for the most part now than we have in a couple of years because we we lifted up that rug, all that debris that we had shoved under the rug for years, and been cleaning it out. And that's not easy. Sometimes it's some painful discussion. Sometimes it's bringing up some hurtful memories or whatever. But you work through it. Because we're being our own therapist. Otherwise, I'd have to tell this to a complete stranger, and if she isn't the other party involved, how is she really going to understand? Or he, So, yeah, that's what we're doing. So, if you really care and love about us, and you're not just watching us for entertainment purposes, which I can appreciate if you are, but if you really are our friend and you care and love us, you will be supportive whether or not Brad and I were together, whether or not we were married or divorced. Because I can pretty much guarantee you guys that if Brad and I were to divorce and say the divorce was final tomorrow, we probably wouldn't say anything to anybody. What difference does it really make? I'm not going to change my last name. You know, we probably would still live in the same house, at least for now. I mean, I'm not in a big hurry to move out. He doesn't want me to move out. He seems to still like my company. You know, I like his company. We still every night watch Criminal Minds sitting on my bed, or else he's laying on the bed and we're cuddled up with puppies and complaining that we're cold but eating popsicles. That's the way it is, right? So, I think a lot of times people will stop being your friend and stuff, especially if they know that maybe you're having some um, marriage discord because it makes them uncomfortable. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not here to make you comfortable or uncomfortable. This is our life, and we're pretty honest about it. I'm not going to be fake and phony. I mean, you know, I don't have a script I read from. Neither does he. There are days that he can be a complete asshole. There's days I can be a complete asshole. There's some days we're both complete, and we have to go in our rooms because if I could leave myself at that point in time, I would. It happens. Let's all be honest. We all have our shining moments, and it might be because one of us or both of us woke up in a ton of pain or we didn't get any sleep. The other night, I woke up and I was in a foul mood, man, the other day. And I was upset because I didn't feel good. I was in so much pain. And I was trying to get off the gabapentin because she put me on tramadol and reducing my gabapentin down further. I'm already on just half the amount. Was making the neuropathy so bad. And I wasn't getting any sleep. So I had to go back to still half the dose, but not knocking down any further. And I'll talk to her about that. But so I was trying to order things. I have trouble getting dressed because I have trouble pulling down my bra because of my arms the way they are, and it's so painful. So they make these. It's almost called like you can type in dressing aids on Amazon and it'll bring up stuff. It's like a hook that you can use to help you put a jacket on, help you pull down a shirt, pull down a bra. So I ordered one of those, but I was in a foul mood. I was in so much pain. I was sobbing because I was overly tired. Yeah, and it was the ugly cry, man. It was not. That brings me to another point. Some people have a hard time dealing with the fact that I'm emotional. I'm an emotional woman. That's just how I am. That's how I've always been. And for somebody to tell you that you're overly emotional Maybe that's because they're an emotional cripple and they can't handle emotion. If you can't handle my emotions, I'm sorry, that's just who I am. I'm not going to change. And then you need to just go on down the street. Find yourself an unemotional friend who doesn't give a crap about you. I had a friend who told me that today, that I was overly emotional. And, you know, it's like we don't need to be friends anymore then, because I was concerned because all of a sudden I hadn't heard from her in almost 2 weeks, and she got some medical issues, and I thought maybe she died. I was checking the obituaries, which she seemed to take great offense to. But anyway, I'm just not putting up with it anymore. I'm not putting up with people cutting me down. Not putting up with people not liking who I am. I don't always catch everything. I have ADHD. I've had it all my life. Um, I don't take medication for it now. I've pretty much trained myself. I also, am on the autism spectrum. I have Asperger's, high functioning most days. But sometimes I miss little things because what you all don't realize, unless you live with somebody who is on the autism spectrum, and then even then we're all different, is my mind goes about 20 different directions all the time. That's part of the reason I have trouble sleeping. Brad will tell you, talking to me, and I don't know if you guys have noticed it, I'll tend to jump from subject to subject. Um, but so sometimes I miss stuff, and sometimes I can even be looking at Brad, and if I'm not focused on what he's saying, I will even agree to whatever he's saying.
I like those days.
And yeah, but it comes back to bite you, because then I'm like, I would have never have agreed to that, and you're like, but you did, and I'm like, I don't even remember us having this conversation, because, and I've even had to say to him sometimes, now what did you say? Because I wasn't paying attention. And it's just the truth. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I was not paying attention. I was looking straight at you. I was nodding and agreeing, but my thought pattern was over here, and then it went back here, and then it might have went this way and that way, but I have no idea the words that were coming out of your mouth at all. So I have to, sometimes Brad has to have an acknowledgement. And then I'm kind of bad. He'll say something and I will have heard it, but I won't have acknowledged it. So he'll keep repeating it like 5, 6 times until I get mad. And then he's like, but you didn't acknowledge it. So, but I do really well for everything I've been dealt with in life, and just the way I am. None of us are perfect. And like I said, there are days where I have a hard time focusing on anything. It depends on how sleep deprived I am. And then there are days I'm very almost hyper focused on stuff. So trying to keep my depression under control right now has been really hard. Been really hard. I won't go into specifics, but it's been really difficult. There have been some really dark nights where Brad has come in and sat on my bed and stuff, just because, you know, it's a hard thing we're going through. And so, that's been hard. It's been hard. Um, not just with just everything going on in the life, with the family members and stuff. I mean, and thinking I'd made a friend here in North Carolina, and then finding out, no, really, she's not my friend. And I don't seem to have good luck with making friends. Um, at least I thought this one had died, because last time I made a good friend in in Florida, my friend did die. I mean, we were great friends, and we'd even gone to a Christmas parade, all of us, her and her husband, and me and Brad, and then we went for a pie afterward. Remember how Sheila kept moaning and groaning?
Oh yeah.
And then, we had gone to a Thanksgiving dinner there at the RV park all together and stuff. And then she started to not feel well. And then she got checked out. She had pancreatic cancer. And less than 3 months later, she was gone. And that was really sad because she and I had made a lot of plans. We were going to go do this and that and stuff. And I was so excited. And you know, then she had to go up and die. I do miss her. I do miss her.
She was a nice lady.
She was a really nice lady. She was my first friend in Florida. It was really nice because we lived side by side. And, it was really sad. But so I just feel like kind of giving up on trying to make friends because, I've had some criticism from people about what Brad and I are going through. It's act like I'm just being mean or something, and Brad will tell you far from it.
They can't hear my head shake.
No, they can't.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because I mean, it's
I still take care of him. Do what I can to help. Like right now, you guys can't see him, but he had the long hair, and he asked me the other day if I would just buzz it off because it was hot and miserable. He doesn't. He has a lot of neuropathy in his hands, so he can't really feel to put his hair back in ponytails and stuff. And and I help him like do pills and do some bandaging and that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not a mean person.
oh,
Like if anything, I care too much, and not that I care too much about you, but care too much about other people that don't deserve it.
yeah.
But I'm used to that because growing up, you think if I could just be good enough, then maybe my parents would love me like they love my brother. You know, like this January will be 8 years since I've heard from them. And that's kind of hard because still a part of you wants to be loved by your parents. Who doesn't? But it
Yeah.
just isn't.
You want the love and acceptance.
Sure, it's just like you want it from if you have siblings, and I mean, but it just isn't the way it is, and I'm making I'm making strides. I'm looking at some different options. I'm not sure if I can work or not. I may have to go ahead and file for disability. Um, it depends on what test results are. Uh, I thought about going to veterinary assistant school, once I start dropping more weight, because if I'm going to work, I would love to work with animals. Not that that's a glamorous job at all, but at least it would be something that I would be, good at. And you don't have to have formal training here in North Carolina, but it helps you. It makes it a lot easier for you to get a job and to have a little bit higher of a pay scale if you have been if you've gone to school and have been trained. So kind of looking at different options that way. Um, but I just can't make a living off of the art, not a steady one, and I'm at the age now where I need to start putting more money into my Social Security. So that's another concern. Can you make her move so you can put
No,
your feet up? Okay.
she's scared.
Well, stop storming. Storming? It stopped storming now.
Yeah, but she's scared.
I know. But, what else? Doing laundry, cleaning the house. Brad's working on getting his shower rod up. He was so happy the other day. He thought, got the shower rod up. It's not that easy because it's one of those half circle ones, that makes it a little bit bigger. And it didn't come with the right instructions. So Brad had to, you know, drill extra holes and modify it. See, he finally, and it's not that easy for him to stand there with balance problems and do that. Now, before you ask me, I can't do it because I'm too short. Because I already asked him if I could help, and he's like, "You're too short." So, he was so happy, and proud of himself, and they realized it was on where the curved part was inside the shower. So he's like, I'm gonna come back and take a shower in this other bathroom. I'm like, okay, why not? But
Yeah, I stepped back and I looked at that and I
you're
thought,
like, ah,
what an idiot.
yeah.
You know what's funny?
Hmm.
Is I did the same thing on the curved shower curtain
You
rod in the
did?
first bedroom. Yeah.
Oh, really?
And you
The
know what?
first bedroom?
Yeah.
How about the
And
first bathroom?
that too.
Hmm.
And you would have thought I probably should have learned the first time, but
Well, now I think I know why the shower curtain rod, that one was only $5. I think because all of them had the wrong instructions and parts in
mhm,
them. So, what else? Anything else?
not that I can think of.
Oh, goodness gracious! I'm sorry. Been trying to get up earlier and earlier. I got up this morning about 8:39. Then I
Mhm.
went back to sleep.
Yeah,
I was
well,
that tired.
yeah, I did something similar. I got up about 10.
I heard you saying something to the dog and about, something about you knew that their bladder was full or something. Of course, Miss Jelly Belly would not move for him.
Oh hell no.
No, this dog. I have to tell you guys, I have never seen a dog so. I've had a lot of dogs, but this dog is glued herself to me. And I mean, she loves Brad. She'll go over and have Brad pet her. She'll play with Brad, but she is just all right
It's
there.
all about you.
Oh yeah, I mean it's like Velcro, man. Good thing she's a poodle, with that because it's Velcro. But she will get so happy, and she'll go tearing through the house, and she loves to slide on the linoleum in the kitchen. So she'll hit that about halfway through, and she'll just slide. The other day, she was so excited. I had been in the bedroom on the phone, and then I come out here, and she was so excited, and the two big dogs are standing there. So to her, I think it looks like 8 bowling pins because then she hit the slide and she's taking them out. Now Charlie wasn't smart enough to move, but she just kind of plowed into him. He didn't move. But
Yeah.
Nixie is scurrying to get out of the way because here's this flying poodle with the ears. It looks like the flying nun and with her ears and stuff. But yeah, she is happy. She is getting more and more playful. She just really coming into her own. And then she got, I don't think you guys know, she has what we call reverse vampire look. She's got these really long canine teeth that are on the bottom, and her bottom jaw sticks out a little bit over her top. So that's what you see. And then one side has got a double. And Brad calls her snaggletooth half the time because she'll have like this one lip. Sometimes it's like, but yeah. So like I said, I love her though. I do. But Charlie will get it on the bed. For all of you that not into pets, you probably clicked off.
Yeah.
So that's okay. Charlie the Mastiff, the 125 to 130, depends if he pooped yet or not. Get up all in his feelings. So he'd get up on the bed at night. The minute I turn off all the lights except for the one right by my bed, he's up there, and sometimes earlier. And he'll get all up in his feelings. Gotta lay up on the pillows, and he needs me to rub his head and baby talk him and scratch his butt, and then he's gonna get all silly, and then she's gonna get jealous, and she's gonna try and climb on top of me and ride me like she's on a great big wave. And Charlie's all up in his feelings too, and she's getting jealous, and sometimes then Nixie's in the mix too. The other night we had all four animals on the bed with us. We had the whole. We could have been like Noah's Ark, and each had a paddle on each side. Then, speaking of which, see, I don't make videos that often, but when I do, they're long, so you could just watch 5 minutes a day. But okay, so our roof has been leaking since about 2 weeks after we moved in, right in the bedroom. So we notified them. didn't really hear anything. Notified them about the kitchen flooring that's all bubbled up. So the guy that works for the manufacturer, because this is under warranty, finally Brad, gets hold of it and they come and look. And first off, he wants to tell Brad that the kitchen floor is that way because of Brad using his rollator. No, not the case. Then, doesn't say too much, they're going to fix the roof. Well, then I'm getting out some clothes to wear and I notice that my pants, which are on the bottom shelf, are all wet, soaked. And I smelled it and it was just water. So I let Brad know and the carpet's all wet stuff. So they decide that then they're going to replace all of the carpeting in the bedroom. They're going to replace all of the linoleum in the kitchen. Now get this though. They tell Brad, well, because Brad's concerned, we're two disabled people. Who's going to move this stuff? Like in the kitchen, we have all these freestanding cabinets and shelves. We have a freezer, a chest freezer, a small one, but we have one. Who's going to move all this? We can't. And where would you like us to move it to? Anyway, if you're telling us you're going to move everything out of my bedroom, where are you going to move that all to? And where the heck am I supposed to go with the animals and keep them safe and when they're not freaking out while you guys are all basically dismantling the house? I didn't agree to have my bedroom floor replaced. And then you're given no choice on like the linoleum. We wanted to maybe upgrade, not given a choice. So you're gonna have the same crap on the floor that on there now, and because I told Brad, I said, I bet you anything when they say they're going to move the stuff out of the kitchen, they mean the fridge, they mean possibly the dishwasher, possibly the stove, but probably not anything else. So, like, whatever. Oh, and then the Brad rollator. I think I told you guys about him doing a hard fall and pulling a rollator off of him and stuff. Well, Brad was looking yesterday to see how much it would cost to get just a wheel. And, it was like $30. 30 or 40?
30.
$30 just for a wheel. Well, we can get a new one for 50, a new rollator. So he decided we found out we got it from Walmart.com. We'd only had it since April 3rd. So he decided to call Medline, and they're shipping out a brand new rollator. It'll be here either today or probably tomorrow. And stuff. So that's great. I wonder if that was about our order. Okay. Yeah, she's checking out right now. Wonder if that's her now.
Go look.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. My groceries are here. So I'm going to wrap this up.
Charlie.
Anyway, I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so very much, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.